He was labeled raw, erratic, better as a runner than a finisher. Then, Matheus Cunha built a season that rewrote the scouting report. After stop-start years at Atletico and early injuries in England, his 2024-25 campaign at Wolves snapped into focus. Cleaner first touches, smarter press angles, and a finishing profile that finally matched the volume of his movement. 15 league goals, 6 assists, and a highlight reel of diagonals from the inside right channel. The number that mattered was not just goals, it was how often his first action tilted the pitch. Cunha's hunger is visible before he touches the ball. He curves presses rather than chasing straight lines, taking away the pivot and forcing play to the full back. When the pass travels, he accelerates, not to tackle from behind, but to shepherd the receiver to the touchline, where the trap is set. Those runs rarely make compilations, but they compress the game for teammates. His best turnovers arrive within 2 touches near the sideline. His best counters start with the ball already facing the opponent's goal. On the ball, his toolkit is compact. Receive on the half turn, carry diagonally away from pressure, and hit flat shots across the keeper, 1 step earlier than expected. The second family of chances is all about the cutback. Arrive late, sort his feet quickly, finish through the ball rather than around it. He is not a volume shooter, he is an early shooter. That matters because early contact beats set feet. It also explains why some models saw overperformance that tape watchers didn't. Cleaner sight lines, moving goalkeepers, and finishes from zones you can manufacture with structure. The leap brought attention and a transfer. At Manchester United in 2025, the brief is narrower and tougher. Maintain the pressing engine, keep the economy of touches, and adapt the same runs to a squad with more ball and more eyes on his inside shoulder. United's shape asks him to start 5 meters narrower than a classic winger, receive in traffic, and connect sequences before finishing them. The right read is a third-man layoff into the advancing 8, a disguised diagonal to the wingback when the back line holds, or a burst into the channel when a center back steps. When he keeps the first touch on the back foot away from pressure, everything downstream looks faster. When he takes it square, the duel begins and the move dies. The resilience piece is real. Injuries once paused his climbs. He returned by doubling down on habits that travel. He trimmed extra touches in transition, accepted being the second runner rather than the carrier in long counters, and learned to protect the ball with his hips before releasing. Off the field, the change is rhythm over noise. Consistent minutes, consistent role, consistent pressing cues. The result is fewer cold spells and more steady contributions, even when he doesn't score. There are limits and solutions. Against deep blocks, he must resist autopilot, crosses, and recycle until the byline lane opens. Against high lines that smell his diagonal sprint, he needs double movements, near post feint before bursting far, or a delayed run that lets the 9 cross first. In big away games, trust the reset when the inside trap is set. Not every touch has to split the first line to be valuable. United can help with rest defense behind his side so that mistakes don't turn into runway counters. And with set-piece rolls that lean into his far post timing rather than asking for outswinger heroics. What does success look like in this context? Mid-teens goals across competitions, chance creation clustered in the inside right channel, and pressing recoveries that occur within 2 passes near touch. The eye test will see fewer wrestles on the chalk and more blindside arrivals. The narrative will shift from energy without end product to end product built from energy. That's the version of Cunha that endures. A striker whose work before the shot earns the right to take it and whose appetite turns sequences into outcomes. The hunger was never branding. It was method. Sustain the method and the ceiling stays open.